This video is to WEPTS, who, if you do not know, WEPTS is an Animal Jam player. Also my friend on Animal Jam. She came to me saying that she was a fan of the channel, which was a cool thing that I hadn't really seen before. Well, I had, but most of the time it was just because of the creepypasta. Most of the time I'm annoyed by whether it is or not. This time I don't care. This time it doesn't bother me. This time, I think I can live with that if it's true. I'm going to share with you a little story that happened today. So today I was trading and WEPTS and I were talking to Jammergrams. So finally she asked me if I could come to my den, so I did. She started trading for my neon bow. After a while, I gifted her a wristband simply because I wanted to. So then she kept on trading for the neon bow, and I said, "Wait a second, I have an idea," and gifted it to her. She immediately flipped out and said, "Oh my god, there is no way I can accept this. I'm not accepting this." And I said, "Yes, you are." If in some point during this friendship I have to trust her, then I will have no problem doing so. Because when someone legitimately reminds me of someone, then I can already tell that I know them. And it feels like I already do. Even though I've only known her for, a week. So this video is dedicated to WEPTS. Once I sent her that neon bow, she said, "I'm crying." Which, so am I right now. I've had the biggest smile on my face ever since I clicked that send button. The happiest smile on my face, yet just the saddest tears running down my face. And only some of you know why. For those of you who don't know, Jewel was my friend. And the way that we met was because she found my creepypasta and she started watching the rest of my videos. On this one video, and I remember exactly which one it was a trading video for the glitched holiday sweater. And she said, "Skype me please," and she put her Skype. That was the day I added her on Skype. The day she called me was the day later, when I was sitting down and in a group call with Sally and Nathan. During summer, we couldn't see Sally. She was in Vietnam, and Nathan, I could barely see him. So we were just talking over Skype, talking about Mackenzie and stuff. All of a sudden, I got a call from Jewel. The first time we called for 4 hours straight. None of us had to go. I remember she kept on calling to her parents, "Yeah, just a second," so I could really tell that she wanted to talk to me. That she wasn't just rushing it. And if you guys remember, before we Skyped, we were Animal Jam friends. She didn't really have a YouTube channel. Well, she did, but she didn't really upload all that often. And I don't really remember any of her past videos besides the one that she had already done. If you guys remember, I made a video a while ago called "The Biggest Thanks I Can Give," where in it, I surprisingly opened a gift from Jewel. A rare address. To this day, rare addresses are my favorite Animal Jam item. Because of that one opportunity. Because of that one moment. Because of that one time. Now here's the story of why I'm telling you about Jewel. When I gifted WEPTS that neon bow, before I did, I was actually very hesitant to do it. I didn't think I should. I thought, Maybe I should just keep on trading. I legitimately thought I shouldn't have. But then, right as she was typing, an idea popped into my head. Jewel. Her generosity, her kindness, her smile. Every moment that I had shared with her flashed by in my memories. And all of a sudden, it was like magic. It was like I relived that moment, but in Jewel's perspective. I'm so happy that I gifted that to her. And basically the reason that I did was because the reason that I'm recording this, the reason that I'm telling you this is because when I'm reminded of someone, it feels like I already know them. And I can tell that this friendship isn't gonna be quick. Who knows when it will end? Who knows if it will end? I hope that it never does. So, when I first Skyped Jewel, she reminded me of Mackenzie. And that's the reason that I kept talking to her. And eventually I got to know their differences, their personalities. And now, when I first met WEPTS, even just the way that she typed to me reminded me all too much of Jewel. In fact, for a second, it almost seemed like they were the same people. Their same way of typing, their same way of looks, their same logic and rarity. The thing about this is that when I am reminded of someone, when I meet them, that's a huge thing. To most people, that's a normal thing. I mean, deja vu, who cares? That's just your brain trying to connect it with another memory and failing. My brain didn't fail to connect it to that. In fact, right then it clicked. Right then I thought of this. Right then I thought of doing this, and I don't think I'm ever going to regret it. So, what I have to say is, dear WEPTS, I feel like you're already my friend. And I feel like I've already known you before. And most of all, I feel like I never want to stop knowing